All right, so we're going to look at graphing, and there's a couple of different ways to graph. On this one here, I think it's easier to make a little mini table and plug in 2 points. You only need 2 points to make a graph. And so if I plug in a 0 for the x and then a 0 for y, it's pretty basic and easy to do. If I plug a 0 for the x, I get y is equal to 3. And if I plug in a 0 for the y, I get, 6/4? So I can graph that. Oops. So 0, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. And 6/4, 0. 6/4 is what, 3 over 2? So 1.5. So this would be my graph. Now I can also set it into the y equals format, because I got that fraction that's not making me incredibly comfortable. So negative 4y plus 6 divide by 2, I would get negative 2x plus 3. So here's the plus 3. Here's going through negative 2. Here's, so negative 2 over 1. So that seems to be working out real well. All right, so for B, I'm going to do the same thing because this one works out super nice with no fractions. That if I plug in a 0 for x, I get 1. And if I plug in a 0 for y, I get 1. So those are super nice. And if I graph those, I get 0, 1, and 1, 0. So here is my graph. Just to clarify, if I did put it into y equals format, I would divide by 2, and I would get that, positive, I don't know why I went negative. I would get that this is my y-intercept, which is right here, and this is my slope down 1 over 1, which is right here. So both of those work beautifully. Let's do the rest of the graphing. So the rest of the graphing here, for C, we would go down 3, would be my y-intercept, and up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. That would be my slope. Here, I would start up at 1 for my y-intercept, and I would go down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. So that would be my equation and my graph for letter D. All right, let's go ahead and look at the rest of these. So we're looking for writing a linear equation. We know that the slope is 5. And I am supposed to know the y-intercept here, which this is. This is 0, negative 3, which is right there. So negative 3 is all we need. Same difference here. I have y is equal to negative 4x. This is my y-intercept. That's all we're looking for, people. Let's look at a couple of other ones. So this we have y is equal to 1x. Now, this is not my y-intercept, but y equals mx plus b. I have my m, I have an x, I have a y, and I'm looking for my b. Did you catch that? So this is 3. If I subtract a 3 over there, I get b is equal to negative 4. So negative 4, done. Again, I can check it. 3 goes in here. Sure enough, I get a negative 1 as my y. Let's look at h. H, I know my slope. And for y equals mx plus b, I know my slope, I know an x, and I know a y, and I can solve for b. So this is, what, negative 3. So when I move it to the other side, it becomes a positive 3, so that would be 5. All right, so that should be it. Good, that's what I got last time I did this. Excellent. Love it when you get the same thing twice. And we have, what, a couple other ones. So for the next one, I didn't tell you the slope. So that means that we need to figure out the slope, and you have some options. You can graph them. You can totally graph them. Let's look at that. Let's look at another option for solving this. If I went over 1, up 1, over 1, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1, then let's see. That's my slope, right? And yep, I'm going to get a decimal, so that's okay. So my slope is down 2 over 3. So y is equal to down 2 over 3. And then what I need to get is my y-intercept. It's going to be a fraction when I do that. So I'm going to just plug it in. Y is equal to mx plus b. And I can pick, it doesn't matter. Let's do this one since they're both ones. I don't even have to worry about who's x and who's y. The m, remember, is negative 2/3. That's what we just said. And then this one is what? So here's my x, here's my y. I'm solving for b. So this is negative 2/3. So when I put it over here, it becomes 1 and 2/3. We want to see if that even makes any sense on my picture. So if I just kind of went up like this, 1 and 2/3, that's about right. It looks pretty good. So 1 and 2/3. All right, last but not least, let's go ahead and look at this one. We'll use the same graph. So let's see, over 2, down 3, and over 4, up 3. And if I look at my slope, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that looks good. Up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1 seems to work. It is positive. So down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. I don't even have to plug it in. This is what? 3, 6, 9. So down here at negative 9 is where it actually goes through. Now, once I had my 3, I could have said y equals mx plus b, and plugged in my 3 and plugged in anything. It doesn't matter, so I'm going to plug in this one. So we'll do 4 for the x and 3 for the y. And then, sure enough, when I subtract the 3, I would get negative 9 as my answer. So, totally works whichever method you choose.